What's going on, Facebook? It's time. It's time for the Monday or the Tuesday morning meeting. Hope everybody's doing real good. We got a great meeting for you today. I want Facebook, go find my people and drop them on in here. And boom. What's up, Jason Overstreet, Thomas Thatcher? Nice to see you, Larry Mullinex, sir. Gary Pollard. Strength with the fist pump guy. Guys, we got a great show today. We got a great show, but before we talk about it, I want to talk about tonight's show. The amazing show. Everybody, if you could do me a favor right now, if you can go ahead and hit the button that I want you to hit to get this out to more salespeople. I want them to see this one. This is going to be a good one. It's going to be good for new people and experienced veterans. All right? Tonight's show, Sales Hustler Spotlight. You guys know what's going on. Yeah, Joe Girard. He's only the greatest car salesman ever, right? He held a record for 44 years. How important is that? Not really important, right? Well, we got a guy in the auto community right now that broke his record. I'm very impressed. I'm honored. We're going to have a great show. I can't wait to sit down and talk to Ali Rita. He's out of Michigan. He works at a Chevrolet dealership, and he only put together 1,452 cars, man. Yes, that's 1 year. That's not a career. That's 1 year. So it's pretty amazing. We're going to sit down and talk about life in and out of the car business, his process, what sparked him to, because he didn't always sell like that. Don't you always wonder what gets in somebody's mind? What sparks their interest? What gets them excited and inspired to become to that next level? That's what interests me, okay? I always am interested in what brings somebody to that next level, because we can always wake up and go to work, right? We always wake up, go to work, take a shower, get ready, go to work, to a job. But what takes somebody to turn that job into an inspiring career, right? That's what inspires me. I can't wait to sit down and talk to him about what got him to go to that next level. Tonight at 5:30 on my timeline, I'm sure it'll be shared all over Facebook. It probably will be the most watched one we've ever had, and it's going to be exciting. So please tune in tonight. Support me, support Ollie, support this auto community. Let Facebook understand how important it is that we get out there and support our people that do great. I don't want anybody to be hating. I don't want anybody to wish bad on somebody. This is an amazing feat. We shouldn't hate on that. We should glorify it. It's inspirational to us, right? It should make you want to do better. Not hate on the guy who's doing it. So show up tonight. Let's show him some support, okay? So guys, what are we going to talk about tonight or today? Well, I have a really cool video. I always talk about the things you should do, right? I always talk about the processes and what's great in the car business and how to further a deal and how to structure it and how to get it down through the sales process. I talk about walkarounds and everything else. But what I don't normally talk about is what not to do. Right? The things that I see that salesmen and myself have done over time that are wrong. The reason why when we look at the board at the end of the month, we're not where we think. When we open our paychecks weekly and we didn't make as much as we thought we should. Okay? When we see other people selling more than us, we think we should be better than them, but we're not. Why? Well, usually it comes down to the 7 things I'm going to talk about in this video. These are the 7 things I've noticed over almost 11 years in the car business why people lose deals. Yeah. Now, a lot of times we don't want to be honest with ourselves. Okay, we want to blame it on other factors. That customer sucked, or they had a bad day, or they were too upside down. All the things that we like to make ourselves feel better with. But sometimes we have to just keep it real, man. We just got to keep it real, and sometimes we have to look at the mirror, and these are usually the 7 things that I've come up with on the reason why you don't get a car deal. Shawn Hayes here, your car guy, Hyundai of St. Augustine. What am I going to talk about today? Are you brooming customers? Do you broom more than you think you should? Well, a lot of times you have to look in the mirror, and these are the 7 reasons why it happens. I know you want to justify it with other particulars, but I want you today to be honest with you. There's nobody talking to you. Your bosses aren't here. There's nobody judging you, okay? In fact, I'm telling you, I've done this myself. So be honest with yourself. Make sure that you can look at these things and not doing more. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is going to end up getting you more car deals. Number one. What's the number one reason? You're sitting at your desk after you broomed a customer. You didn't find the problem. Number one is you never find the problem. Now, why don't you find the problem? I want you to understand the only reason they're at your dealership is they have a problem. Okay? And the problem with today's buyer is they're not going dealership to dealership. They're not. And if they're not going dealership to dealership, then they are at your dealership for a problem because they have one. They're not just saying, hey, honey, let's go to the dentist in the car lot today. I really like that on my day off, right? Nobody's doing that. So they have a problem. Your job, your only job, is to find the problem. Now, how do you do that? Well, you better ask the right questions, okay? You better ask open-ended questions. You better dig. And here's one of the things that people do. When they ask questions, sometimes they don't get the answer, the true answer, and they just let it be. That's the wrong thing. Guys, if you ask a question and you don't get the answer, you dig. You ask another one. We have to get down to the problem. And the difference between you and another salesman at another lot, why he's going to sell the car, is he found out their true problem. It's very important. Don't just think that they're at the car lot today for no reason. They're at the car lot because they have the problem, and you need to find the solution. And the only way you can find the solution is to ask the necessary questions. We have to ask the right questions and dig deep and say, even if they give you pushback, you say, guys, look, you know, I've been in this business almost 11 years. I'm very, very good at what I do. All right. I know the reason that customers come to car lots is because they have a problem. And if you give me the time to find the solution for you, I guarantee you, you're going to enjoy your experience here today. Period. Boom. Just be upfront with them. Say, look, guys, I know you got a problem. I'm really good at solving problems, all right? But you got to ask the right question. And that's the number one thing I see from salesmen, and why they're sitting at their desk after they broomed a customer, they didn't get to the actual problem, all right? Number two, they don't build the necessary rapport. They never build it. If you see customers starting to look at their watch, whispering to each other, okay, asking for brochures on a regular basis, that's because you're probably not building the rapport you need to. Guys, you have to. Okay, it's probably number one important just as much as finding the problem. Okay, because I've seen people not find the problem but still sell a car. Why? Because they built so much great rapport. Building rapport is probably the number one thing. I could have made it number one. You have to find out who they are. You gotta joke with them. You gotta socialize with them. You gotta find something in you know that you have in common with them. All right? You gotta find out about their kids, where they're from. You tell them a little bit about your life too. Guys, this is how you build relationships. This is how you sell cars. I know people think, oh, it's all about the car. They're coming in because they want a price, right? No, they're not coming in because they want a price. They're coming in because they have a problem. You need to be the salesman to ask the right questions and build the right rapport with them that they want to buy from you, okay? So many customers leave lots with brochures in hand and a business card to make the salesman feel better because you didn't build the necessary rapport. I promise you, okay? Number three, having them walk around the lot with no purpose. Guys, I'm going to tell you this, and no offense to my manager. My manager and me disagree with this. Luckily, he respects me enough to give me the leeway to do the opposite of what he teaches. He believes walk them out there on the lot. Go show them all the cars. We have 2 lots. Take them over to the other lot. Wear them out with looking at cars. I feel like that's wrong. I feel that's very old school, and I feel like that does not benefit me or the customer. I believe in sitting them inside, asking the necessary questions. Why? Because I want to go isolate the car and bring it up. Why do I want them out there when it's hot? They're dehydrated. Okay, the sun's burning them. There's no shade. Okay, they're looking at 6,000 cars, and I can't keep their focus, right? So I don't agree with that. I agree with keeping their focus. So I keep them air conditioned. I keep them hydrated. I ask the right questions. I go find the car. I isolate the car by itself. Why do I want to isolate the car? Well, let me tell you. If my wife walks in a jewelry store, all right, and I have one diamond I have picked out for her, and I'm really excited about this one diamond. But she walks in that jewelry store and she looks at all the other diamonds in there. Okay? Why do I want to take that chance that she'll like all the other diamonds better than the one diamond that's the best for her? The best for us. The best for our budget, the best for our lives, right? So I want to take that one diamond, I want to isolate it, I want to put it in a little thing and I want to give it to her, right? That's the same thing we do when we propose. You don't walk them in the jewelry store and say, hey, let's look at all these diamonds. No, they can't focus. There's too much glitter and glam, all right? And you'll land people on the wrong cars because of the appearance of it. I like to isolate it, keep them hydrated, keep them under the shade. Okay? When you see people start looking at their watches, starting to talk, starting to lean towards their cars, that's because they're hot. They're tired. Okay? You have no focus to your structure of your deal. Okay? You're not walking them down the path. They're out here just aimlessly looking at cars. I believe in isolating them. Okay? Do not have a purpose on all your customers. Also, time kills deals, guys. Short and fast. Okay, so when you speed along in a process, it kills it just as much as you take too long. I know people think, well, the longer I'm with them, the more apt they are to buy. Nah, I don't know. I know somebody, I guarantee you in my comments today is going to say, there's proof of this, Shawn, but I disagree. I think time kills deals too short and too long. So I like to keep them in the flow, keep them hopping. Keep them going. I like to pick the car up, isolate it, bring it up while they're in shade, hydrated. I feel like it goes like this that way. But if they're out here looking at every car, opening every door, getting in every car, okay, I have no focus from them, okay, and I can't put them down the sales process. So keep them inside. Don't have them walking aimlessly around. Number 4, you don't take test drives. Boom! Blows me away. Blows me away when I hear, and usually some of these are from the green peas, but this one usually comes from the veterans. Let me tell you, I know some of you guys are going to disagree with me, and I'm all right with that, man. I'm a little too new school on some of this stuff. I get it. You believe slapping a tag on it, sticking your customers in and let them drive down the road is good for you. And if that's the way you like to sell cars, okay. But I'm going to tell you what. That builds no value in yourself or the car. None. You don't know if they like it. You don't know what creaks or what sounds they heard. They didn't look at any features. You didn't build any rapport. Guys, I find the test drive, the best time to build rapport. Man, I just did a walk around, right? I just isolated the car. We've had not really a lot of time to build rapport. But I find the test drive is the time to build rapport. That's when we're not worried about any features. We're just driving the car and we're talking, man. I'm talking about their family, where they're from, how many kids they have, what schools they went to. I tell them a little bit about mine. This is the time you build rapport. You can't build rapport when you slap a tag on it and you send them down the road and you stand up front and smoke a cigarette. I don't get that. I know some of you guys that sell a lot of cars are going to disagree with me. They say, Shawn, it works for me. Well, okay, but I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong because I feel like you're skipping steps. I feel like you're being lazy. Can I say that to you? Can we just be honest with each other? I feel like that's being lazy, okay? Go the extra step. Get in the car with the customer. Talk about themselves. Talk about them. Talk about yourself. Build some rapport. And also, you can find out if they have any questions in the car while you're on the test drive. Guys, it's the only reason we're at a dealership. If not, they can buy this car on Amazon in the future, okay? We have to show our worth. Our worth is in the walk around and the drive. That is it. Y'all, that is it, all right? And if you skip those steps and you're too lazy to give them the effort to test drive with them, all right, I think it's wrong, all right? So, number 4, they don't take test drives. Number 5, they build no value in the car. I call it the $1 million walk around, baby. Yes, you want to talk about giving some value to a car? Come to my lot and let me do a walk around to you. Some of you guys in Sales Hustlers, you've seen my walk around. I posted in there. You blew some of y'all away, right? Because that's what you have to do. You want to build value in yourself and the dealership and the brand? Do a $1 million walk around. Have that thing up front, under the air conditioning. You go over the brand. You go over the car. You go feature benefit. How it's going to benefit their life. Guys, I'm telling you, you build so much value. But some people skip the step. Yeah, I know you might sell the car, but you didn't sell for any value. You didn't build any value in the car. You went out and said, yeah, this is the car right here. You see it? Yeah, this is an Elantra. Yeah, it's got some tires. It's got some blind spot detection, got a backup camera. Yeah, it's a 4-cylinder. Great, let's go in and work numbers. Come on, man. Really? Are you that lazy? This is your only job. You're only going to get 1 to 2 ups a day, right? And you're that lazy to not do $1 million walk around, to build value in the brand, to build value in the car and yourself. You look like a superstar too when you do those $1 million walk arounds. Yes, you're building value in yourself when you show the customer how much you know and how you can express it well. Do you get it? You get it? By not doing that, you just look like an amateur. That's it. You do. So guys, I know I'm probably pushing some buttons today. I don't mean it. I just want to be as honest as I can with you, because sometimes we need that, right? All right, so let me retrace here. I got a few more good ones here, but I want to retrace so you don't get lost. Number 1, you never find the problem. What are some of the reasons why we're brooming customers, why they leave with a brochure and your business card? Because you never find the problem. Ask them open-end questions. Dig down deep to the actual problem that you're at your dealership. I know you think they're coming in for a price, but they're not. They're only going to 1.5 dealerships now today, so that means they're only coming to 1 or 2, and they're going to buy at one of them, and there's a reason why they're going to buy. Get to the problem. Number 2, never build the right rapport. Rapport is huge in relationships and sales. I build a lot of relationships. That's what I do, okay? Not just with customers, but with people in general. And I feel that's why people are loyal to you. People like you, right? It's because of those relationships. Number 3, quit having them walk around the lot, being hot, looking at all the inventory. Take them inside, sit them down, keep them hydrated, keep them in an air condition. Go pick out the car, isolate the car, isolate, okay? And then do $1 million walk around. Guys, not taking test drives, that's another reason. Your only job in the car business is to do a walk around and go on a test drive. That's it. That's it, pretty much. In today's market, I mean, they already have the prices. They've done the research. And if you alleviate that need for yourself, then what good are you? Okay? I don't understand. Stop slapping tags on the back of cars and sending them down the road. It does no good for you. You can't build rapport. You don't know if they like the car, okay? And you're just being lazy, all right? Use that as a time to build rapport. Number 5, you build no value in the car. You're forgetting the most important step of the car building process is the walk around. Tell them the benefits and the needs and all the features, all the stories that you can give out there. Man, you can make a car that's $20,000 seem $30,000 by exposing every feature and the benefit to their life. I guarantee you, if they go across the street or they come here and we both show a car, I guarantee you, even if they don't sell or buy my car, that customer says, that guy did a way better job of presenting that car. Okay? I know everything on that car. And that's what you have to do. Leave them with that impression. All right? Next. All right. You got them on the wrong car. You got them on the wrong car. A lot of times, you're not asking the necessary questions, and you're letting them walk out on the lot. They've landed themselves on the wrong car. Your job as an experienced professional is to guide them to the right situation for their needs, okay? And their budget, and their life, okay? You got them out here looking at a $40,000 car and knowing that their payment goal is $300. What are you doing? Of course they're going to be in their car with a brochure in your car, okay? Because they're going to go to the next salesman who finds their needs and lands them on the right car for their needs. Stop letting customers land themselves on cars that are way above their budget. Ask the questions. Find their budgets, okay? Ask them what their needs and what their monthly budget is, and then pick the car out, pull it up, do $1 million walk around. You'll have them on the right car, and your close will be so much easier, guys. You're up there going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because you got them on a $40,000 car and they want a $300 payment. It's impossible, all right? So think about this, guys. Quit letting the shine of a car. That's another thing some of my managers think. They think that customers will pay extremely much more for a car they like, and they might. But the problem is, do I want them to? I'm going to put them in a situation that they can't even afford. okay? I want to do what's best for them. I want to present the best options that are going to help their lives. Okay, I don't want to put them in a $50,000 car if they make 30 grand a year. Do you get what I'm saying? All right. Last one. You buy into what the customer is saying. This is my last reason on why customers are going down the road with a brochure in their hand and your card. Because you buy into what they're saying. They tell you that they're not buying today. You buy into it right from the start all the way through, and at the end you never present numbers. Guys, you have to ask for the business. You're a salesman. That is your job. You're not a presenter. You're not a walk-around expert. You're not somebody who just, a concierge. You're a salesman, okay? If you did all that stuff and you just spent an hour and a half with somebody and you bought into what the customer was saying that they weren't buying today, you need a checkup from the neck up, all right? You have to do your job. Your job is to ask for the business. And you know what? I don't care if customers get mad at me. I tell them, look, I'm a salesman. If you owned this company, you would want me to ask for the sale. All right? Period. Period. And they all said you're right. So don't get mad at me for that. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at a dog for being a dog, right? Don't get mad at a tree for being a tree. I'm a salesman, and I don't mind telling you that. So I'm going to ask for the business. That's what I'm going to do, okay? But I'm going to do all the other things right. So when I do ask for the business, you're going to be like, maybe I should do this. You know what I'm saying? You can't ask for the business. You have no authority to ask for the business if you don't do all the things that I just talked about before. Guys, customers want to buy cars. They're here to buy cars. They're not going here, okay, to hang out. I got no bread here, okay? I got no TVs here, okay? I'm not selling clothes. I'm selling cars, and they came to a car lot, all right? Do your job correctly, and we won't have so many customers lost to the competition. We're brooming them, and we go up front, and we talk to our buddies, and we tell them why we broomed them, okay? And we always blame it on other particulars. Why don't we be honest with ourselves? Go over these 7 things here. Are you doing any of these? I can be honest. I am. I have, okay? But I'm honest about it, and I say, you know what? I'm not going to do it on the next one. We got to fix the problems. Guys, I want you to have a great day. I want you to tune in tonight. Please tune in tonight on Sales Hustler Spotlight. Sponsored by QuickPage, the best app in the business. And we're going to sit down with Ali Rita, and we're going to talk about how you sell 1,452 cars in 11 months. Shawn Hayes here, your car guy, Hyundai of St. Augustine. I make car buying easy.